Yeah, hello and good morning. Welcome to another video with Artisan Automotive. Today we're going to do something a little different. Time to do a how to clean your car correctly. So the car in question today is Mercedes-Benz C63 Saloon. Now, this car has been maintained by us regularly for the past, I would say, 7 months, 8 months. And on today's video we're going to show you how to wash it correctly. First things first, let's get the van set up. The van overflowed, so the water is everywhere, as you can see here, but not to worry. Let's get the van set up, generator out, let's get the show on the road. So the first point of call is get your 2 buckets out. Rinse bucket and your wash bucket. We got these buckets from Johnny B's Detailing in Warsaw, so if you need to get some buckets, possibly that's the place to go. Then you need a 3rd bucket, which is for your wheels and your designated wheel cleaning products. Fill your bucket with water, add your designated shampoo, car addict shampoo. Get that good juice in there. Yeah. Same in your wheel bucket. Don't be shy. Get that in. And then the magic starts to begin. If you're working mobile, then you will need something like this. The generator that will give you power, and obviously the water tank, 450 litres. That's enough water to get us through, say, 6-7 cars for the day, depending on the size of the vehicle. So that's the first step, the setup. So first point of call is get the generator started. If you never started a generator, I ain't got a care to do it either, but I'll give it a go. Put that on, put the choke back. That's how you start the generator. First thing first, rinse the wheels down before applying any wheel products. That way the wheel product doesn't burn itself into the alloy. So rinse the wheel down first, then you'll see how much dirt will come off. So let's rinse the wheel and get this show on the road. Rinse the wheel thoroughly, allowing any contamination or dirt to be loosened by the pressure of the water. Using our pH neutral wheel cleaner, we liberally apply the product to the wheel, which will soften any dirt which hasn't been rinsed off in the rinse process. With a pH neutral wheel cleaner breaking down the dirt, we agitate the wheels with a wheel brush to get into those inner drums. For those hard to reach areas, use our designated wheel mitt to get into those inner spokes. With a soft brush, we clean the outside of the tyre wall, which will allow us an ease of application with the tyre product once finished. Rinse your wheel and repeat this process on the remaining wheels on the vehicle. One of your pre-wash safe steps should be to thoroughly rinse the vehicle before applying any snow foam. This will allow the snow foam to do a more efficient job. The moment we've all been waiting for, the snow foam. A thick blanket of foam which softens any dirt that hasn't been rinsed off in the rinse process. After leaving the snow foam to dwell for several minutes, it's now time to rinse off that snow foam. So, those are the few of the processes so far. The next step is onto your two buckets. So, the bucket with soap suds and then your rinse bucket. We're going to start on the top of the car first and work our way down. Always work in the side of the shade if you can, because that way you ensure that the products don't dry out too quickly. So start on the roof and work your way down. We're going to show you the process how we do it. Step 1. Apply your mitt into your wash bucket, which will allow great lubrication for when the mitt makes contact with the panel. Starting from the top of the vehicle, without using a lot of pressure, use a straight line process to start removing that dirt. After completing a panel, rinse your mitt thoroughly to ensure any dirt which may be trapped in the mitt has been removed before reapplying to your wash bucket. Take your freshly rinsed mitt and apply back into your wash bucket to allow for more lubrication to start on your next panel. Not to forget, always remember your process. Start from the top of the vehicle and work your way down, never the other way around. Now with the humidity really warm, I decided to rinse off the side of the car first, because obviously the products are starting to dry out. So I've rinsed down the side of the car and now we're starting on the other side. Fortunately for us, the sun has gone back in, so the shaders came out. So as H is demonstrating here, straight lines, no circular motions, not too much pressure on the panel to ensure that we don't scratch it. And then when we clean, we only go down as low as that part of the door with one designated mitt. We have 4 mitts in the bucket to make sure that we use the same mitts of the lower parts of the car, so no dirt transfers from the bottom to the top of the vehicle. That way you ensure each car gets the same consistent clean and makes life easier because you know the process. It's all about processes, make sure everyone gets the same service. But yeah, let's crack on. As you can see here, we are using what we call grubby. This mitt is designated for the lowest part of the car. Any dirt is held here, grubby will remove it. After completing this wash process across the entire vehicle, it's now time to rinse again. As you can see here, the water is repelling from the surface of this bonnet, giving us the indication the protection is still working. So that is the wash process. Next step is time to dry. Now the same rules apply when you're drying the vehicle. Start from the roof and work your way down. So the technique we're using on this car is called the drag technique. So the drag technique is one of the most efficient. You can use the pat technique as well, which is putting the towel on top of the surface and pat drying it, which will obviously take you a lot longer. That is also a very safe technique to use when drying a vehicle. But as long as you've cleaned the car correctly and made sure that there's no dirt on the vehicle. And then the next step would be using a thick microfiber piled towel. So we're using a towel from a company called Enquiries. It's twisted microfiber I think the GSM of the towel, which is the thickness, is around 1200 GSM, so it's very thick, which means any dirt that's on the vehicle will get trapped in the fibres of the towel. So when you use the drag technique, the majority of the dirt, if not all of it, will be in the fibre of the towel, making sure that you don't scratch the surface. So even though the wash stage was very crucial, the drying stage is even more important. You know, you may have washed the car correctly, but there could be some small fragments of dirt or dust on the vehicle, and you don't want to allow that to scratch up the car. So starting from the roof, work your way down, working on panel at a time, doors, bonnet, and obviously you follow the vehicle in that motion down the side of the car, and then down again, working your way down to the bottom. Then when you get to the lower sills, then you can choose to change your towel and use a different towel altogether, because at least that way you know you're not getting any dirt on your high fibered microfiber towels. So that's the drying process. I'll show you the next scene in a sec. So once the outside of the vehicle has been dried, then it's time to open up all the door shuts, boot channel, fuel flap, and any other area where water might seep into. Once we do this, a lot of the excess water will run off. We will change to another towel, and then we start to dry all of those areas. Once that's been complete and the outside of the car has been dried, we'll then move on to the wheels. We'll dry the wheels, make sure all the wheels are dry so no watermarks get onto the wheel. Any loose dirt is then covered by the cloth. And then we will start on the interior. Just give you a quick look at the interior, what we're working with, and show you what the afters look like. Look at this. Whoa. The filth is real. So that's a quick look at the interior. Looks a bit hard, don't it? But now we've got it covered. So yeah, let me get the stuff ready for the interior of the car, and then you can have a look at that journey. So C63 is now complete. Interior has been done, exterior has been done. Car is looking beautiful. So the C63 has now left us. Beautiful car, beautiful example of how to clean your car. Hope you like the video. You know what to do with the rest. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it and please subscribe. Sun's in my eye, so gotta keep the hat down. Anyway, you know the rest. Whatever you do it well.